Oh no! Oh no! Hey, oops, buddy. I could have totally did this before I hit that go live button, but I'm about to do that spread. The seeing the unknown spread because I can't see that and not do it, and we're gonna do it together live. I've never done it before. I don't know what is about to come up. So as I've talked about, there's a lot of sort of like ritually and some more occultish type things that I don't get into personally. Divination, tarot, oracle cards, dice, things like that of that nature. It's the limit of what I do personally for personal reasons. And personal reasons being that, like, when I got my deck, or before I made the decision to get the deck, I heard pretty clearly divination is all that I do. I don't do anything else. And I was like, okay, fine. I can do that. That's why I don't do it. It's not my thing. And I'm super cautious, and I don't necessarily trust a lot of people to give me enough complete information for me to not be basically shooting myself in the foot trying to do something that I have absolutely no clue about. And that's another part of it. So anyway, I say that to say that she is very into like mysticism, occult mysticism, and stuff like that. So some of the stuff that she integrated into her deck, I don't personally use. Just wanted to clarify that. And let's get into this. I'm so curious. What's gonna happen? Let's see. Let's see. We'll discover it together. Well, I've had my iPad up, so I could use it as I do this, but it would be way too close. Oh, maybe. Okay, I don't know. Let's go. Let's get into this. Seeing the unseen spread. This looks like a 7-card spread. It might be 6 with a clarifier, though. Yeah, it's 6 with a significator. Confused, lost, anxious, or indecisive about a specific matter? Present the question to the cards to reveal what you haven't been seeing clearly. Since I already did the bell, I'll just ring it. Oh, the secret just came out. And she's literally right here at the top of the deck. I'm going to move this back to the side. I think I kind of hit the camera a little bit when I was doing that. But you know what? That's good enough. I'm not going to mess up. So this is going to be general. Cards 1 and 2 are going to reveal the collective. 3, 4 reveal the root causes or underlying sources that lead to the issues to address first before full clarity. And number 6 is the forecast, outcome, or divine answer. Cute work. So let's see what the collective is not seeing right now, shall we? So first we'll give this a few shuffles. Ooh, cutting to the 2 of Cups and the Keeper. Ooh, the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Pennies. Love that energy. All right. Maybe we're not seeing that the Sun. Ooh, the 3 of Cups with the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, okay. Oops. All right. Let's ground. I'm feeling extra hype in the heart space right now. Let me take this thing off my head. I think I'm gonna deep condition my hair today. Oop. These cards was not trying to talk like this before. Okay. Here's Strength with the Reaper at the bottom of the deck. Strength and Death, the Force and the Reaper. Oh, snap. The way that I have these, oh, this is an ego transformation, a transformation of the ego. And it's the angel, the lady, or the angel, I could have just said angel, is holding this lion still so that the Reaper can come in. Almost feels like dental work, though. Like maybe the terrified of the drill. And so they actually put him to sleep one day. We went in that was the first and last time I ever went to the dentist with him. We both went, I went to get a filling, he went to go get something else. And they drill first. And so they put him to sleep. And then they numbed me. Or was that a different day? No, one day I went with my mom and he was there. And that day he had to get something done. And so they put him to sleep. And as soon as they started the drill, it was like the drill started and the dentist went into his mouth and he like woke up and started freaking out. So his tongue got drilled. And tongue got cut off, but it did bleed a little bit. And it took like 3 of us to hold him down so he could get his tooth. We both went for a filling. We got numbed at the same time, and they were going to do him first. They did him first. But he was such a hassle that by the time the dentist came to me, the numbing agent was starting to wear off. And my little brother was in the room, and he's afraid of the dentist or whatever. So I had to be strong, and it hurt so bad because he was drilling and the numbing agent has started to wear off. I'm just like, oh my gosh, but I'm like, I gotta be strong with my little gotta set a good example. So I bared it. And it reminds me of that, I guess. 6 Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. Ooh. Sometimes we steal from ourselves and we don't even know it. 5 of Wands with the 7 of Swords. Oh, well. That's because of, but the Wheel of Fortune, though. So, you got to go through the 5 of Wands to get to the 6. So, show me cards 1 and 2. Supporting energies. Oops, that's a whole bunch. Actually, this is how we're going to do this. So, supportive energies. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay, so we're not going to look at those. And then the result, the decision, the guidance, the outcome. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. Love that energy. There's the Emperor. So all of the root causes, since the title card came out, we don't know any of those. And I'm not going to clarify. The things that we need to address are the things that we need to address. Spirit is like, Patrick, it's no hints for no one. At least I could have gotten like 1 or 2. These cards reveal the root causes or underlying sources that lead you to the crossroads. These are the issues to address first before full clarity can be attained. So it's a mystery. The issues to address first before full clarity can be attained. Who knows? So, Page of Swords and the Warrior is the surrounding energies. The Sun. Did I talk about the Sun? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. The Sun and the Page of Swords. Stronghold of the Zephyr. Now, in this deck, the strongholds come with messages. So her message is going to be... Goodness! I guess it's this 10 of Wands that I almost bent the freak out of. I don't. Goodness. Oof. Are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, and we just talked about this. The divine trying to take certain burdens and trying to give us certain blessings, but we're holding on to the burdens and we're rejecting the blessings. But with the Page of Swords and the Warrior, it's almost like this is the energy of what we're supposed to be coming into. We're supposed to be strong. We're supposed to be becoming these fighters, these warriors that carry the sun energy, the solar energy, the sword of truth, of light and what's right. But it's like anything, if we don't practice it, nothing happens. Or if we don't practice, we don't get more proficient. And so I don't know what it is that we're not seeing because the title card is here. But the energy around us is the things that we have to do to put ourselves in a position to see things clearly with the sun. There are things that we have to do that are new. Pages are new energies. It's innovative, it's creative, it's inspirational, it's brand new thought that puts everything else in a context that we can then release. It feels like there are certain things that we're holding on to that it doesn't benefit us. And it's almost like the way that you went about getting everything else that you wanted, whatever you're coming into, it's not going to happen the same way. It's almost like if there were any ways that you manipulated the outcome of the situation, maybe not in any huge ways, right? Maybe you just hit somebody with some puppy dog eyes and you say, please, with a cherry on top, and they give it to you and that's how you get it. It's not going to work the same for this because whatever you're faced with now, it's almost like it's already yours. It's something that you have to claim. This isn't something to ask for. And maybe that's why the warrior is here. This is nothing to ask for. This is something to claim. But you can't claim this if you're holding on to all of this. You can't receive if both of your hands are full. And the outcome is the Knight of Swords. Last time I saw it, well, time before last, and it's been carrying this message. It's like that helmet, that mask that the Knight of Swords is wearing. Usually we put blinders on a horse so that like it can focus on the race and not be distracted by everything outside of its own lane. But with this, it's like it opens up our throats, our third eyes, and our crowns to operate in these higher functionalities. Maybe because we come into the space of the higher heart. Excuse me. The Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. It's to move forward with that. And the outcome is not to be perfect. The outcome is not to be a king or a queen. The outcome is just to do something with this brand new information. The outcome is to begin to move, to drop the burdens and begin to move. And this way of actually taking off the blinders. But it's almost like there's a breed of horse, like these racing horses. It's like I've been talking about the element of time lately. And so it's like these horses have evolved over time, that their field of vision, it narrows and narrows and narrows and narrows to the point where they only see what's directly in front of them. It's these horses that have evolved to not need blinders because horses before them have had blinders for so long. And so now this mask, it's like it's helping you see the things that you've been conditioned to not see, to see things outside of just your lane, and to see the different ways in which things are subtly connected to other things and how impacts have impacts upon impacts and the ramifications of all of those all the way to where it hits you. And it's these things outside of you that with the blinders you don't even see. Almost like this Eight of Swords energy that you can't escape from because there's no way for you to see this. And again, bottom of the deck is the Emperor. which is about taking charge of your own life. But you can't take charge if there are these things instilled in you that are not you, because that's you basically just operating in the way that high refined energy wants you to operate in. This was fairly short. This was fairly sweet. This was fairly simple, probably because this card came out. There were like 3 cards I didn't have to read. But I am going to I Ching the energy around. Page of Wands in the Sun. Page of Wands in the Sun. Let's see. Which is which? Okay, Page of Wands came out first. This is Thunder over Fire. Fire over Thunder. This is Fire over Thunder. I forgot I got vertical scrolling on. Fire over Thunder is number 38, Polarizing. Nope, that's Fire, or that's Thunder over Lake. That's Fire over Lake. Attachment, number 30, Fire over Fire. No, this is Fire over Thunder. 21, Bite Through. This is 21, Bite Through. Goodness, why was that so difficult? Why was that so difficult? Bite Through, number 21. That's the World card. Interesting. Completion. Biting through, cracking seeds. The mouth is forced open. Oh my gosh! The angel holding the mouth of the lion open. Let's go. I was gonna say let's work. Let's do that too, I guess. The mouth is forced open, a vulnerable position. You must bite down and tear through the obstruction. Bite your way through the obstacles. Tensions between the minority and majority. Circumstances are favorable for issuing punishment where punishment is due. Adjudicate with impartiality, and then let the punishment fit the crime. Yet in the process of penalizing another, you inflict harm onto yourself. A difficult choice, a Pyrrhic victory. And we got to define that word. It reminds me of like pyrite, which is like fool's gold. Also like Pyra or Pyrrha, she was a element fire. She was actually elemented light, but she had to diminish her own power, and she was aspected fire. From Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Oh, spoiler alert. For anybody? I guess, kinda. Let's see, Pyrrhic. Pyrrhic victory. Ooh, this is a thing. Let's see. Pyrrhic. Of a victory, won at too great a cost to have been worthwhile for the victor. Oh. Okay. A Pyrrhic victory. This is so confusing. But I'm going to go look before and after the Five of Swords, because that's a very Five of Swords energy to me. Oh, snap, the bottom 4 cards, though. One at too great a cost. So, yeah. Because I was a little bit confused. Because I was like, oh, it's like Death is coming to do this dental work on the lion and Strength card, and the angel in Strength is holding the lion's mouth open. And so when it was like bite through, I was like, whoa, what? We're supposed to bite through? Excuse me? Oh, this is beautiful. Hey, there's that 3 of Cups again. 3 of Cups and the 8 of Swords, the captor and the kindred. Captive sister sitting outside this. So if the angel bites through the hands of the lion, or if the lion bites through the hands of the angel, if the angel is there to assist the lion, that's basically like biting the hand that feeds you. So it's like you can prevent this transformation. You can work so hard to keep yourself together, to keep this lie relevant in your life, but it actually It's preventing that transformation. It doesn't serve you. You can be victorious in it, but at what cost? And that's that Pyrrhic victory, a cost too great for what you win, right? That's like me trying to get this Xbox at Taco Bell, right? As long as I'm getting these like however much they cost medium drinks to win this Xbox, at a certain point it's gonna be like I would have been better off just buying the Xbox rather than getting like, 2,500 cups. I would have been better off just getting the Xbox. And I did talk about renting to own the other day, yesterday, on the Legacy channel, maybe it was over here. I don't remember. Um, but it was like if you have the resources, then it would be better to just own it rather than rent it. Because if you rent it, you're going to pay more. Yeah, it costs you more. You lose more by holding on to these burdens than you would by releasing them and letting go. And releasing was the energy at the bottom today, wasn't it? It was reflective truth and releasing, literally just now. And I mean, I guess kind of sort of the spread already came up in those cards, right? It was the 10 of Wands and the 4 of Cups. And it was like, here's the divine trying to take this burden from you. And here's the divine trying to offer you this Ace of Cups. The energy that came out around the Hector 5 of Swords is the 6 of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Moving forward, releasing old mental patterns and programs that don't serve you, and moving forward from this heart space. But with the Knight of Cups coming out with the 6 of Swords, this is a 6 of Swords that we do. There's only one person on the boat here, and it's us. And we have that universal Mercury right here. That is the outcome for the situation, right? It's being given to us. Everything that we need to navigate is being given to us. You see the universal Mercury in the hand of the ferryman and there. But if we don't do it, and that's what this helmet is for, it gives us that broader understanding of the path that we're going down. But it requires us to move forward with this openness. And the Knight of Cups in this deck, first of all, he's the twin horse to the horse of death. And we've already seen death going after the lion. But he's also the only unicorn. It is the only unicorn in this deck. Twin horse to that of death, but the only unicorn. And if they're twins, then it's like, why is one horse a unicorn and the other not? Because they have different purposes, different functions, and different functionalities. So the function is the purpose. The functionality is the way that they go about accomplishing their purpose, right? So let's say that two things have the same function but different functionalities. And this is me going into semantics of the word functionality versus function. Let's say they have the same function but different functionalities. So one thing works in one way to accomplish this task. The other thing works in a different way to accomplish the same task. And it's like, I can do it this way or I can do it that way. So they have different functions and different functionalities. Different purposes, and the way that they go about accomplishing their purpose is different. But I feel like he's looking back because this is the understanding that the attachment is there. But with the 6 of Swords, it is time for us to move on. So that's what I got for this, seeing the unknown spread. The unknown was literally not clarified, but whatever it is, we have to deal with it before we can move on to that Knight of Swords energy, which is a more authentic Knight of Swords. That's moving forward with a truth that more closely resonates to our truth rather than, something or someone else's truth, with that Hierophant energy that, ooh, 2 of Cups. I love it. And the Moon card. It's time for a little bit of a rebirth with that Necromancer in this deck. We have the Reaper and the Necromancer. You die at Scorpio, you're reborn at Pisces. 8th house and the 12th house. Love it. All right, can I get like one card? Final message. Oop, that was a whole bunch. Bottom of the deck is Archangel of Mysteries. Maybe Archangel of Mysteries is going to give us a little clarity in a way that the title card did not. So we have the Knight of Wands. Here's the third knight that we see today. Apparently, they all want to come out with the discerning one. This is a need for us to have discernment when we go out into the world, and discernment with the things that we do. This is Mars and Aries energy with a Sagittarian energy. I already looked at this, didn't I? When Mars trines the South Node Sagittarius. And then we have Apocalypse, the Emperor, and the World. We just saw the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. This is Judgment. The Emperor is sitting between Judgment and the World. This is that new potential beginning for Emperor energy. And again, so we don't get any context on what's happening. All we know is we need to move forward with discernment because we're in this space of judgment. And I want to say internal judgment. That's what it's all happening for. All these knights. Well, now I feel like I need to go. These are all the knights that didn't finish the race. The Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. The energy of the Knight of Pentacles already came out in the other one when I was talking about he's the only one that finishes the race because he's not overly concerned with finishing the race. So he doesn't treat a checkpoint, Four of Wands, as a completion world card. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Why did I just pull out my phone? Oh yeah, that's why. November, it was 11/10 at 12:34. I don't think that's, and maybe that was it. I don't remember why I went looking for this time. I'll do 12/12. That was a conjunction. No, that was Scorpio Pluto. Scorpio Pluto. That was Sun in Scorpio, trine Neptune in Pisces. That's what that was. I remember now. But I think at around that time, Mars was also doing something. 20 degrees. No, Mars is like way. Yeah, Mars is 15 degrees. So that is not a trine. Right? Sun, Scorpio, 18 degrees. Yep, 18 degrees, 16 minutes for both. So it's closer to 12/12 Eastern Time, AM. 1816, 366, 1816, 249. So yeah, like 12/12 AM, November 10th is when the sun is going to trine. Oh yeah, so sun is going to be trining Neptune, and Jupiter is going to be conjuncting Pluto again. 22 degrees Capricorn. I'm not going to go looking for it, but Mars is in this space right now of trining that north node, or trining the south node in Sagittarius. But while Mars is retrograde, usually with that trine, it would be really easy. And so maybe the first time Mars trined the south node before it went retrograde, maybe we did something that ultimately put more distance between where we are and where we want to be. But now that Mars is retrograde and aspecting the nodes, it's a little bit less self-centered and self-focused. It's a little bit more, it's a little less short-sighted and a little more long-term focus with the discerning one. So maybe, hopefully that helps us to make these north node choices instead of just falling into the south node trap. And again, because this emperor is in this space of judgment, and the space of judgment more often, or more so, it's feeling like whether we're going to take charge in our own lives or whether we're going to continue to do what we're being sort of led to do. With the Archangel of Mysteries, that was a lot for a final message. Is that the Seven of Cups? Yep, that's the Seven of Cups, the Corruptor. In this deck, with the Seven of Cups, every single option is bad. They're all linked to one of the seven deadly sins. So, in some decks, it's not necessarily the case. In this deck, it is. Ooh, two queens! The Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, the two analytical queens. The two queens is like, hold up a minute. I don't know if this makes sense. You want me to give you what? For how much? Nah. Ooh, okay, there we go. Nine of Cups, the Tower, Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, and the Archangel of Mysteries are the cards that I saw and that I can remember. So the card that flipped over between the Five of Wands and the Nine of Cups, with Death and the Nine of Cups being at the top of the deck, is the Initiate. Here's the Initiate. Here's that brand new start. That fool going down the road. We've seen the Keeper and the Seeker. And now here's the Initiate. We've seen all three versions of the Fool. This was integrating the self, right? The first septenary is about integrating the self, integrating the cosmos, and then integrating the divine. What's at the bottom of the deck again? The Discernment, Two of Wands. Two of Wands is about setting out on a brand new adventure. So is the Fool card. The path in the Discerning one is a lot less straight than the path on the Fool card. Actually, this is a river, I think. Yeah, this is a river. Are we walking on water? Question mark. Because that's the only path I really see here. But I think it's a river. But we did just have the Six of Swords, right? The Ferryman with that Knight of Swords, that Universal Mercury. There's the river that winds through all of that, the gorgeous abundance back there. But the path on the Initiate is pretty straightforward. That's why we need this discernment, because the path is not straight, but there's this ability to always be progressing on it in a straightforward manner by doing this. But that's like the route. We're actually following the route when we make these twists and turns. So it is straight, but it's not. Ooh, can't relate. And that's what I got. This was interesting. This was fun. Seeing the unseen. Literally no clarity, but hey, you know. Ooh, let's do this. Let's see if this will work. Maybe it'll slide less. Oh no, that thing just, it slid all the way around. I hope you have a good whatever, whenever, again, and I hope you're acting in alignment to make the best. I don't know why I'm making all these like blowing kissy things. What was that about? I have no clue. Maybe that's all the love of the universe trying to come your way. I hope y'all are acting, aligning to make the better your reality, because you know it's possible. It's a thing that we can do for ourselves if we want to, if we're really about it. Is that? Oh my gosh, it is! What? There's a little edit button down here. I thought I could only edit when I use OBS. Huh, learn something new every day. All right, I'll catch y'all later. Bye.